was angry at the end and not really celebrating, because I don't think he was happy with the way that they played, because United were lucky today to win that trophy, because Southampton was sensational.
You take Zlatan out of it, what marks out of a 10 kind of performance was that from United?
7 out of 10, I suppose you give them. I thought Southampton were a better team from start to finish. I thought the big moments were the 2 shots, 2 goals in the first half, Manchester United, and I agree with Jose to a certain extent. I think if the game would have gone on, I think Southampton possibly could have won it. He'll be under no illusions. This is a great result, and it's brilliant for him to win his first trophy, because I do believe this is his first. You say the Community Shield, but this is the one that he wants to
major
win.
one.
First major one. But he'll be under no illusions. I mean, since Alex Ferguson won, they spent 488 million, I think it is. And I look at that United team, and I think back to some of the other teams. He still needs a lot of work to be done. I think he'll be under no illusions that 5-6 players, I still think, in a couple of years' time, and Jose wants to build a dynasty here. The Capital One, the League Cup is one thing, but he wants to be winning leagues. That's the team that Phil played in many years ago, and he'll want to build on that. And I do believe there are a few players short from being a great United team still.
But in terms of going on to do that, Matt, these are key building blocks, aren't they?
Well, you've seen before in his career that he likes to use this competition as a building block, so there's no reason why he can't go on. I agree with Jamie. I think there are a couple of players short still of really challenging for the title, but it's a step along the way.
And Philly, look back at that defeat to Chelsea on October the 23rd, and all sorts of things being said about Mourinho, his demeanour, the nature of the defeat as alongside Chelsea. If you look at what's happened since then, just those 2 defeats, of course, one coming against Hull in the second leg a few weeks back in the EFL Cup, a win percentage of 69%, 29 played, just those 2 defeats, and in the Premier League, not a single defeat. We talk about players being in the zone. Is he as a manager back in the zone?
Yeah, I think he is. I think that defeat at Chelsea was the watershed moment, because I think he changed the style after that. I think at the early part of the season, they weren't playing well. They were playing a little bit defensive, and after that game, I saw a different style. I saw him go to Stamford Bridge and play defensive, and after that, started to play like a Man United team should play. They did look dead today. They looked like they didn't have much in the tank, and Southampton did. But I think he's just got to be pleased. It's another trophy for Manchester United. It's another trophy for him, and he's got to use it as a springboard.
I think almost his demeanour changed as well.
Yeah.
I watched him on the touchline early on in the season when he got banned for kicking a bottle, and he seemed agitated, animated, complaining about maybe being in Manchester. Didn't seem a happy figure. And I'm not sure if someone maybe had a word with him and said, listen, this is a dream job for you. Enjoy it. This is a great moment for you in your career. It's another opportunity to show us, because you have to put him up with the great managers. Make no mistake about it. His wins would dictate that. But I've noticed the difference in his demeanour since that Chelsea game. He looked an unhappy figure, whereas now he looks a lot more in control of his emotions, and almost said to the players, "This is about you. It's not just about me." You know, and sometimes that has been the argument against Jose. But he knows he's got good players that can win games with the likes of Ibrahimovic, and today was the difference.
He came into the job with his eyes wide open. He knew just how big a club, how historic a club United were, but did the workings of the club, being a manager at United, perhaps take him a little bit by surprise early doors.
I think the size of the club surprised him. And look, he's done it into Milan and Real Madrid and Chelsea, but the size of this club, and it's not just the size, it's the way you've got to act, it's the way your team has got to play. There's a certain style that you've got to play with at Manchester United. And I think that's why that Chelsea game was a turning point, because all of a sudden, the United fans will tell you, they enjoy going to Old Trafford now, because they're playing a style that actually, you think, that's how United used to play. Look, today, I really do think he's not happy, because they didn't play well today.
And Matt, he did praise on your old team, Southampton, which is easy to do when you've won a game, but what will Southampton take away from here?
They should take a lot of positives away from that performance. As we said, they were the better side. I think there's a lot of players putting some good performances there. They can take that with them through to the rest of the season. And now we need to push on and make sure we finish in the top half of the table.
Jamie?
I think that it just points to Virgil van Dijk not playing. You can't help but think if he had played today, because he's such a colossal figure in that back four, that he would have been the one that would have got close to Ibrahimovic. I mean, you can't do a lot with a free kick, but the winning goal, I mean, and such a big figure that was missing today, and the 3 goals they conceded, you just think might have been slightly different if he had played. But I thought Southampton were magnificent, and in Gabbiadini, I mean, what an incredible performance, and what a start he's had. What, 15, 14 million, Matt? I mean, he's already got 30. He's going to get 30 tomorrow from him. Southampton fans, they'll be well aware of that. They go, listen, if he has to go, I mean, he is a born finisher.
He was brilliant today, but it was not enough today. Will it have wanted new friends?
I think it would have done, and I think if the important thing for me from this is that he now finds what his best team is, and for the rest of the season he kind of sticks to it as much as he possibly can, because you need a little bit of consistency. consistency in your performances. We saw the Sunderland game where it was the first time this season where he hasn't made any changes, and you get a performance like that out of a team. So I think it's important for him going forward that you kind of, there's only 12, 13 games left of the season, find your best team and stick with it for the rest of the season.
Van Dijk apart, how close is he to finding his best team?
I think probably what you saw out there today. I think when you see the result at Sunderland, which was a comfortable away victory, you'd probably say there wasn't too many on. Are they really a lot better than what was out on the pitch? Probably not.
It's always nice when a player you discussed beforehand delivers, and my goodness, Gabbiadini did. I mean, in all honesty, he could have been leading here with a match ball and the first player in League Cup history in a final to get a hat-trick. How good was he today?
I can't remember too many players that have played in the Cup final and not won man of the match and play as well as that. I thought